This hour, many want answers as to what went wrong there.
Atlanta News First, Tracy McPure is live in Midtown Atlanta. And Tracy, you were able to speak with a local aviation expert about his perspective of that crash and what it will take to find out what really happened.
That's right, and it could take more than a year to know everything that went wrong. But today, a local aviation expert tells me the fact that the plane was 35 years old likely had nothing to do with the crash.
On the runway at minimum speed with an engine failure and a fire. This is a worst case situation.
Kit Darby lives in Peachtree City and has been a pilot and flight instructor for decades. He says the crash that destroyed a UPS plane on Tuesday evening was rare and calls it a 1 in 10 million occurrence.
Normally when an engine quits, it just quits like a car. In this case, it appears the engine exploded and caused a fire, which both would be very unusual.
He says the pilots would have been trained to fly with one less engine, so something else was going wrong. And while this plane has been in use almost 35 years, Darby says the engines are replaced periodically, so the plane's age should not be a factor.
But it doesn't mean that it's worn out and can't fly. It means that the maintenance and the fuel costs are getting higher, and it would be more logical to replace it with a newer, more fuel-efficient airplane.
Darby shared when it comes to takeoff, the timing of whatever malfunctioned and caught fire could not have been worse.
So lifting off on takeoff is the most critical point. And it appears that this happened on the runway because there's a trail of smoke behind the airplane before it lifts off.
He says the plane only made it 175 feet off the ground and not even a mile away before it crashed into an area that easily caught fire.
Airplane full of fuel going to Hawaii and landing in a fuel recycling plant is a pretty bad combination.
He says the only way to really know what happened is to check the data recorders that were on the plane when it crashed.
Very hard to determine at this point. We have no information. We're really waiting on the flight recorders, the voice recorder and the air data recorder from the airplane, which should survive and should be available shortly. And only that will tell us what happened to this airplane, and from the voice recorder, what the pilots were thinking and doing at the time of the crash.
Now, Darby says the NTSB will likely have a preliminary report in the next 30 days, but that final report should take more than a year. Reporting live in Midtown, I'm Tracy McPure, Atlanta News First.